What's happening, guys? Welcome to another video. I just got back. All day long I was helping my dad. He owns a business and I was helping him, and today was actually his last day. He's closing up shop, selling his house, and he's moving up to Wyoming. Partly to be closer to my brother. Actually, I don't think that's the main reason. I don't really know what the main reason is. I don't know if they know what the main reason is specifically, and I don't think there is one specific reason. I think it's more just like a cumulative case for moving on. I'm really happy. I'm really excited. I was actually really happy to be a part of his last day. It's something for me that's really cool. The first time I worked for him or with him, whatever you want to call it, was honestly probably like 20 years ago, back when he was a manager at one of the shops around here in the Phoenix area. And I just think it was really cool that I was actually there on his last day and I was a part of his last day. Now he's not retiring, he doesn't have a whole lot of money saved up, but it's still really cool. You know, he's moving on. He's been in the industry for 42 years. He's been up and down the ranks as far as he's been just a guy. He's been a manager, an area manager, and he's been a business owner. So that's been his life for the last 42 years. I think he said it was 1978 was when he started. And I was yet to be born in 1978. So I just think it's really cool that he's gone on that huge journey. So I was there with him today on his very last day, and I'm happy that I was a part of that, and I'm happy that he's moving on. So I took a little bit of video. I actually took a couple photos. I wanted to do more, but it was just kind of awkward. We're in a truck and we're out, we're in these auto shops. It's just not really like the easiest place to take photos and stuff, but I did want to just give some comments on it because I think it's really cool that he's actually doing this. My dad's been through a lot. His most recent thing, I don't know what you want to call it, but the most recent struggles that he's had to deal with a couple of years ago, his wife that he'd been married to for about a decade took her own life, and he was home the morning that happened. He was at home, then he went to the auto parts store, and it's like a 20-minute trip or whatever, and then when he came back from the auto parts store, she had taken her own life. She had I don't need to go into detail, but that was really difficult for him. It was pretty difficult for me as well, and that was no connection to me at all. That was his wife. That was a woman he married about, I think they met maybe 15 years ago or something like that. They were married for about a decade. So it's not like I was like, oh, my mom died. My mom died when I was 4 years old, so I got that tragedy out of the way. But that was another thing that my dad had to deal with. He had to deal with losing his wife when he was a younger guy, 30 plus years ago. And then he's just been through a lot. He's been kind of down and out. He's been through the ringer, but he's always been, for better or worse, he's been a consistent hard worker. And we've had our differences, we've had our issues, we've been through it, but I'm happy that to me it really feels like he's finally moving on. Now, I myself went through some stuff, and it was really difficult to try to find a way to just kind of keep waking up in the mornings and keep going through it. So I know that that's difficult. I'm not going to say, oh yeah, Dad, I know exactly what you went through. But I do know that it's difficult to get excited about life when you really don't believe there's anything to get excited about in the first place. And he's been through a lot, and I'm happy that he has finally found whatever it is inside himself that he needed to pick up his things and move forward. Because I really do feel like he's been holding on to a lot for the majority of his life. So I'm really happy that he was able to do that. He's moving up to Wyoming. He's going to be close to my brother and his wife and their kids. He's probably going to work just like a small little job just for a little bit of money here and there. But he's going to go up there and just slow down a little bit, get away from the hustle bustle, the grind, and hopefully be a happy guy, and hopefully everything will work out for him. And I'm confident that he will, because I think he's going into it for the right reasons. I know a lot of people make rash, foolish decisions, but he's the opposite. He's more the guy that really doesn't do anything different. He's just, do the same thing, pick up one foot and put it down in front of the other one. And there's that philosophy has its strengths and its weaknesses. There's virtue in that consistent grin and bear it type way of dealing with the world. That was kind of the way I thought you were supposed to do it, and I think I learned kind of a really, really hard way that's not the best way to go through it. And I'm happy that he's trying new things. I really am. So I just wanted to make some comments. I do have a little video I took on my cell phone I want to throw up here as well, and I want to write too. Probably want to write some comments about it just because I think it's really cool. Thank you guys.
I'm actually gonna make a video. What's up, guys? I'm currently in the truck right now. This really old guy.
Hey guys.
We are, and I'm actually really, really, really excited to be here, and I'm happy that I can be a part of this, because today is a very special day. And Dad, why is today such a special day?
Because this is the last day I will be operating my own business. We're going around and putting a few things together, and then I'm done until we get to Pinedale.
So you started doing this in 78.
78. Right.
So that's 42 years, all told. Off and on, you were not always a glass man.
Right.
But that's your trade. You're lifelong glass man, even when you had little forays into manufacturing and mechanics and stuff.
Right. Exactly.
What? I don't know. 42 years. What does that mean to you? I mean, I can imagine. I am actually like really emotional about this. I think it's really cool. What does it mean to you?
I really hadn't given it much thought. It's kind of sad, kind of bittersweet that I'm not doing it here anymore. But it's a good feeling. I mean, I've been good enough at this to stay employed at it for a long time and paid a lot of bills with it.
And had a lot of fun too.
Had a lot of good times. I've got a lot of good memories. A lot of good friends in these body shops that are kind of hard to leave them, but at the same time, I need to move on with my life. I need to get moving. So that's what I'm doing.
So I actually, for me, that's kind of been my journey the last decade or so. Has been learning how to carry on, I guess, and how to move forward. And for me, the fact that you're doing this, the fact that you are shedding some dead weight and you're moving on and you're living your life. You're moving 1,000 miles away from where you've pretty much always lived, and you're taking a step into. There is some into the unknown there. I mean, there really
absolutely
is.
There is. Absolutely there is.
But for me, that's what it's about. That was my hardest thing, was moving forward. That was the biggest hurdle I had to overcome, was being comfortable enough with myself to face the next day and be positive and hopeful and optimistic. And the fact that you're doing that, that's what you're doing. I mean, yeah, it's kind of crazy. You're selling your house, you're closing your business, you're picking up and moving 1,000 miles away. But you could look at it like, dude, that's fucked up. What are you doing? I look at it like, Dad, that's amazing. You are putting everything behind you, the good, the bad, the ugly. You're comfortable enough in your own skin to look forward to what's coming next. What's next?
Absolutely. That's what I'm excited to go on with this next chapter of my life. I'm not necessarily trying to get away from anybody or anything, because that's not what I'm doing. I am moving on to the next step in my life to where I'm going to be happy.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not afraid of it. I'm a little nervous about a lot of things about it, but you know what?
Well,
If you ain't moving, you're sitting still. And if you're sitting still, you're going to get hit.
Yeah. It is nerve-wracking.
And it is, but there's been so much just kind of bad shit go down, that I'm happy that you're willing to do that. And you're thinking outside the box. I think
Every single one of us needs to think outside the box a little bit more. We need to kind of, instead of, staying trapped inside those same expectations. Yeah. You definitely need to take a step outside the comfort zone, leave the safety blanket at home. Oh, this is where I got my first speeding ticket.
There's a camera on that light too.
Yeah.
But it was still green when we went through it, and I wasn't speeding.
Yep.
I wasn't really got caught. No, for me, it's exciting. I'm glad that this is what I'm doing. I'm really thankful that Bryce has been here to help me out the last couple days that I've needed help. It's been awesome. Been a really good time. And it's neat that Bryce is here to share my last day with me.
I think it is too. I'm really happy to be a part of it, and it's your last day. You're going on, here in a few weeks. If all goes to plan, here in a few weeks, you're going to be 1,000 miles away, doing something completely different. So
I'm actually going to have 3 weeks off or 3.5 weeks off without having to work. I'm not going to know what to do.
Yeah, it's been a long time. It's been a long time.
I haven't had that much time off in forever.
Yeah.
So we're just going to concentrate on getting everything packed. We've already got the moving van quote and everything, so we're all not necessarily set up with that, but we're working on getting that set up. We've already checked into the storage up there in Pinedale. We've looked at a couple of places for rent right now, and once we get up there, then we'll get concentrating real hard on buying a house up there.
Yep.
So it's going to be a good deal. I'm excited about it. I'm looking forward to it. It's kind of a bittersweet type of day to me. And sometimes I've almost felt like I've given up on what I've worked so hard to attain, but then on the other hand, I look at it and it's like, you know what? I worked at it hard. I attained a goal, and I'm passing on a successful business to another guy.
Yep.
So
yeah,
absolutely. I feel like I've done right and I've done good.
And everything you have and everything you're able to do right now is because of your dedication and your determination and your hard work, and the fact that you've been kicked a whole bunch, but you keep getting back up and getting in the ring. And there's something to be said for that. A lot of people, they want the flashy stuff and the this and the that, but it really is guys like you that, we could write multiple books about your life. And the fact that you're still here, still fighting for you. Still, you're willing to take a giant leap that really a lot of people wouldn't be willing to take.
Well, it's a lot of it too is seeing what you guys do and what you guys have been through and what you've progressed through. That's helped me an absolute ton to be able to keep my head up and go, look, if my kids can do this, I better be able to do it.
Yeah.
So you guys have helped me through all of this stuff tremendously.
Well, I feel like all of us kind of have, Ben and I used to make jokes, we'd call it the luck of the Irish. Just because, oh man, we're like a TV show sometimes, but.
Jerry Springer Live.
Yeah.
Sort of.
But it is what it is. Like I said, I'm happy to be part of this. And we're going to go put in a windshield.
Yep. We're on the second to last job. Bye, guys. Love you.
Oh, by the way, before we go, I just wanted to give you guys a sneak preview. this is my POV street photography setup. We'll do some close-ups and we'll kind of take you through what it is. But I wanted to do some cool POV videos of street photography, kind of like all the cool guys that do it, Peter Lambert and Gareth Danks and all those big channels that do it. I wanted to kind of sink my teeth into that monster as well. I took a long time to make the decision, and as you can see, it is a cell phone on a little janky rack, not rack mount, and it is not glamorous, it's not sturdy, it's probably going to give me a hard time, but I am super duper excited to go out and use this and just see what we can do. So stay tuned for this video, or these videos, hopefully. Keep coming back, keep checking stuff out. There's always prints on the site you can check out. Those will be regularly updated. I'm currently in the process of I think I got about 7,500 images from the wrestling show. I need to go through all those. Oof, that's tough. That's a tall mountain to climb, and actually this time it's taken me longer than it has the other times. And that's actually, there's probably multiple reasons for that, but I got a lot going on. But I'm very happy I was able to spend the day with my dad as part of his very last day as a business owner, and as that same guy that he's been for 42 years. So good luck, Dad. Obviously I wish you the best. Obviously I'm on your team and I'm rooting for you, and obviously I'll be there every time you need help, and I'm happy for you. Thank you. Thanks, guys.